On Salvage Hunters, Drew can't believe his luck at a steam railway in North Yorkshire.
Yeah, I'll take all of it.
And gets the chance to put his welding skills to the test.
Oh dear Lord, that's terrible.
At a dealer's in Shropshire.
Oh, it's fab, isn't it? Great shot. There's something over there that looks really funky.
Drew finds a kindred salvage spirit.
Priced? Not for sale?
Yeah, it could be for sale. Everything's for sale.
Good lad.
In Liverpool, Drew uncovers a master stonemason's lifetime's work potentially up for the taking.
Oh, look at these. What's this, your work?
Yes, yeah.
But they won't let it go without a fight.
It was made when Catholics were being persecuted.
What are you going to do, persecute an
To salvage dealers.
Oh, that's lovely. God, this place is stunning. Oh, my word, look at this.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
I just love it. Oh, yeah, that's a belter, isn't it? What is this? Wonderful. It's lovely.
In his hunt for treasure,
I was thinking 400 to 500 quid each.
he bargains hard.
Can we meet in the middle, 275?
And there's nothing he won't buy.
Ugly old men sell really well.
With help from his wife Rebecca
He's all yours. I hope you got a nice little kennel for him.
and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems. In Conwy, North Wales, salvage expert Drew Pritchard is setting the restoration projects for the week.
Get Gavin.
The stock, Rebecca's taking care of sales.
The butterflies and moths. Yes, that's available. The condition is unbelievable. Lepidopterist box. Yeah. Sold.
Having been in the salvaging business for over 2 decades, Drew knows the secret of success is to search high and low for potential bargains. That's why he never turns down an invitation. This time it's to visit a slice of British engineering history. Drew and T are driving 180 miles to North Yorkshire.
We're off to the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. So they've got an entire station. They've got loads and loads of old trains, steam trains and diesels. And I believe they've done the station. They want us to have a look around their warehouse.
Just going to mess about with steam trains all day.
Yeah, brilliant.
The pretty town of Pickering is the North Yorkshire Moors Railway's southernmost terminus and is known as the gateway to the moors. The first railway was opened here in 1836 and is still one of the town's best-loved landmarks to this day. This heritage line is the UK's busiest, stretching over 18 miles of countryside. Paul Middleton, affectionately dubbed Piglet by his colleagues, and Laura Hepburn are 2 of the station's devoted custodians.
The North Yorkshire Moors Railway was set up by a bunch of volunteers in 1968. It's flourished ever since.
We've got some quite exciting things for Drew to see today. We have an array of things here. Lots of things get tucked away and are not seen for a long time. The railway is a charity and it's something where we have to find funds to make this work. So the money that will be raised today will go back into the railway.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Laura.
Nice to meet you.
How are you doing?
Piglet.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, thanks for being here. How are you doing?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Right. Well, look, thanks for having us. I'd love to have a look around.
No problem.
Especially as the train there as well.
Yeah, come on through.
So the place looks incredibly original. I love it.
Yeah.
It's literally been transported back in time. I think this is one of the best we've seen, isn't it, T?
Yeah.
It's incredible. You can see the odd piece which has been changed, but apart from that, it's amazing. The railway station is incredible. The condition of everything I'm seeing is just so perfect, so spot on colour-wise. The originality just blows me away. I love places like this.
Laura and Piglet are taking Drew to start in one of the storerooms just across from the station itself.
So, stores.
Yeah. Do you want to go upstairs?
Yes, please. Oh, blimey. Wow. All those signs. You're not going to get rid of those, are you?
There's plenty to be looking through.
Yeah, I'll take all of it. With anything that comes out of railways, or railway armour is actually a thing in the antiques world, it tends to be extremely good quality. There's all sorts, really. There's collectors for anything to do with trains. They're really sort of avid, massive, huge collectors. That's the obvious one there. Station clock, T. Double-sided. Would have been the master clock, that one, by the looks of it. Is that for sale?
Yes,
It is?
Yeah, I think
You're not using it?
No, it's not in
At
use
all.
at the moment, no.
I think this is a master clock. This would have hung in the station or in one of the small ante-rooms, or who knows, but it's from a station.
A station's master clock is how the other slave clocks are synchronised. From the mid-19th century, master clocks would be set using Greenwich Mean Time, which was received via electronic pulses. Before this, trains ran to local time, which became increasingly problematic as the railways grew. This 1930s master clock, made by 19th century company Smiths, could be worth around £900 once it's working again.
Ballpark figure, what do you want?
Deal.
Sold.
Keen to collect as much railway memorabilia as he can, Drew's not stopping there.
But these signs, though, aren't these from the station themselves?
They're not specifically from this line. Obviously, if it's got a station name on it, then that's where it came from, which have limited use here.
That one.
Not specifically
Look at
where
that
it's
colour.
I know, it's
Fabulous. Like a baked bean. Untouched.
Untouched.
full of first.
Love that. Whenever I get the opportunity to buy railway signage, I always do. It sells very, very well. They go everywhere. You can have them in shops. They'll look good in pubs, restaurants, or in your house. That's why I really like buying them, because there's loads of different people that can buy them off you for loads of different reasons. It's not niche at all.
Throughout the time, the London and North Eastern Railway, who operated this line, used mostly green and cream after 1936, but would use bold, brighter colours for hazard or exit signs like this one. It's from around the 1950s, is in good condition, and after a clean, could be worth around £300.
Do you have a price for that one?
£150.
Salvage Supremo Drew Pritchard is at a heritage railway in North Yorkshire. He's bid on a mid-20th century station sign, but will he accept railway engineer Paul's price?
150.
Two deals done, and Drew's on a roll.
50 quid?
Yeah, I'll take 50.
Yeah.
It's a deal.
That's a cracking sign.
Toilet sign.
Always go well, these.
Yeah,
Whenever we get one, they always sell straight away.
but you've just hung yourself by saying it goes.
Well, eventually, you know, they...
Yeah, don't try and get out of it now.
What do you want for that one? I'll give you 100 quid for it.
Yeah.
Okay, 100
That
quid.
fair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
We're too fat for this. Too fat and too old. Well, that one. 60.
75.
Okay. Yeah.
Deal.
We'll have that one.
Yep.
Right, now we've got to get it down there.
Nah, yeah.
With 2 floors of items here, Drew wants to make sure he doesn't miss out on any other deals downstairs.
It's the look I've been going for, actually. Cool. Love it. £75 for the last one. Same again?
Yeah, I think we can do a deal at that. Yep, no problem.
Marvellous. These signs generally were inside the station, underneath canopies, and hanging from chains or attached to walls. So they never got touched, they never got damaged, and what's really good about these, they haven't been repainted. The patina and the sort of wear on that paint, and it's old enamel paint as well, it's just great. It sets them off.
Drew's bought 5 signs, and Laura and Piglet also want him to check out the engine sheds near the station of Gromont, about half an hour away. It was one of the stations along this line that was used in the Harry Potter films, and it's at Gromont that the line's historic engines who hopes to find more items.
I'm open to offers on the lamps.
These are of interest to me, because they're already on a mount.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
These are work lights that you would have out. Generally, they were used for when people were digging out in the roads and things like that. Now, these are gas-powered lights, but it's just all about the patina, you know? It's all about the patina, the colour, and just whether or not I think they're cool or not.
These mid-20th century industrial lights are made by British manufacturers Bullfinch. Their lamps were very common for use in road building, factories, and even with the army. These examples, once rewired, polished and remounted, could be worth around £500 each.
What do you want from...
a deal.
Sold. That's spot on. No, fab. Fine. Yeah,
You can have them for 20 quid.
Oh, really?
Each, maybe. Yeah.
I'll take 20 quid each just for the parts. Excellent. Right.
Drew spent £890. Now Laura and Piglet want to take Drew to the workshop to show him another crucial element of what they do here.
Blimey. Look at that.
Yeah, this is our engineering workshop where we restore the locomotives.
Amazing. My God. I mean, I know this happens, but until you see it, it's sort of...
It's quite large scale,
It's quite large scale. Look at the
Yeah.
size of that thing. With major league stuff. I mean, look at the size of these things. It's huge.
A team of specialists and enthusiasts ensure that these giant pieces of history are kept in perfect working order.
I used to be able to weld.
Yeah? Well, we can find out if you like.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah? Do you want to walk this way?
Yes, please.
Drew used to weld car frames, but that was almost 30 years ago. Now they're letting him loose on a locomotive ash pan.
If you'd like to have a go with the arc welder, welders that seam up there.
Yeah. They've let me have a go at welding. I love welding. And I've just remembered that I wasn't very good at it. Has he balls it up yet? About it at all. There's no redeeming aspect to the whole thing. It was a disaster.
First attempt, it's not too bad. You started to get the hang of it up here. It just takes a lot of practice. It comes back to you. But yeah,
I got that. There's a good bit there.
Yeah, there's a good 2-inch section in the middle. Yeah,
That's all
it's
you
not
need.
too bad. Yeah.
Does the cat weld better than that?
I think there's pigeons nesting.
I want to carry on. I want to weld something else now.
Yeah, well, there's a big boiler behind you there.
Don't talk to him about that like that. Today was thoroughly enjoyable. The restoration and the authenticity inside the station itself is quite incredible. It's an amazing example of it. I've not seen one as good. All in all, good items, you know, happy to come here. And I've been seeing the standard of working here, which is incredibly high. I don't think I'll be getting a job as a welder, though.
Today's been fantastic. Obviously, we get excited about it, so it's nice to show people the kind of things that we do with the heritage and the restoration, and obviously some of the fantastic items we've got here.
It's really nice to see that Drew's got a keen interest in the kind of work we do here. Obviously, similar sort of thing, that we're restoring old items to get them back to the former glory. You know, it's nice to see him go to a good home, and also it's a benefit to us as well.
Drew now needs to get his items home and into the workshop. Getting the buys he thinks will sell well restored and onto the website is key to ensuring fast turnover of stock.
Amazing. At the station, they'd restored it back to perfection. And we got a load of these. £100, wipe its face, get it on the website straight away. These are great. These are my favourite. Aren't they fab?
Yes. So,
Double-sided.
my favourite have to be the black and cream ones, where it says Platform 1 and Platform 2. They're not to a penny. He only paid £75 each, so there's a good bit of profit there.
Pair of gas lamps. Look at the colour. That iridescent green, where that's polished up. Something for Carl.
I love them. I love the colour, and when they've been waxed, the sort of rust will just shine out. They'd look really cool.
Double-sided station clock. Wow, very original, and the best thing, small.
Fantastic.
It's got adjusters underneath it. It's not a slave. No.
This clock will make it perfect to go into somebody's house. It's small, and that's rare.
A good pile of stuff.
As he suspects the clock will be a good seller, Drew wants to get it up and running. The first thing Carl does is get a look inside.
It's not a slave system, it's actual clock mechanisms in it. So we're going to power it up and see if it actually works.
If the original parts still function, it'll save hundreds of pounds to replace them.
The good news is mechanisms work. Fantastic news. I think it's the first time we've had a clock in that actually works.
Carl then needs to clean up the mechanism and reattach and casing a coat of grey polish.
a little bit of a shine to it, but without over-restoring it, hopefully. That's better. Still showing its age.
Once it's reassembled and calibrated to keep the correct time, the clock's ready to go up on the website. With over 20 years in the antiques business, Drew has a nose for sniffing out the best salvaging spots. Often the best locations to investigate are the ones that are difficult to find and off the beaten track. So Drew and T are driving 125 miles to the town of Tenbury Wells in Worcestershire.
We're off to see Adrian Monday, who runs a business called Salvaged.
The pretty town of Tenbury Wells is tucked away in the Team Valley on the corner of the magnificent Malvern Hills. With its stunning pump rooms, now the town hall, built in 1862 as a place to take the waters, and the surrounding hop yards and orchards, Tenbury Wells is an area of outstanding natural beauty. Just outside the town is the Burford Estate, a Georgian manor house with 7 acres of gardens. Adrian Monday runs his antiques business from the old coach house.
We founded the company 8 years ago and stumbled across this place. It was empty at the time and we decided to turn it into a reclamation business. New and old for the home and garden. I think we've got quite a wide range of items that Drew would like, particularly the old advertising and old machinist stalls, industrial cupboards.
Hello there.
Hi Drew.
How you doing?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm T.
Hi T, nice to meet you.
Can I go and have a look in there with you?
Yeah, please do, yeah.
This is a lovely setup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm after sort of the original stuff, and obviously you've got to cater for all the different markets, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got a mixture of new and old.
Yeah. God, mighty, look at these. Tell me about these. These are amazing.
Fruit picking ladders, bought locally, made in the local village where they were bought from.
Wow. Initial impressions of Salvaged is good. It's out on a limb, you know. It's not on a drive-by to really anywhere, which is very, very good.
For potential buys where there's room for manoeuvre on Adrian's listed price. It's trade prices he'll be aiming for.
That's a cracking trough. Look at that one.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah, much bigger than normal, deeper.
Yeah. My word. It's not got a great deal of age to it. It's probably only 30 years old, but it's got a great colour, and it's a whopper. It's really, really big. And with any of these troughs, I buy them all the time, it's about the damage, because they've been picked up with forklifts and tractors and just dropped, and cows have stood on them and fallen on them. They've been driven over. That one, like new. And a whopper, a real big one. Great planter.
This modern galvanised metal water trough would have been used on a farm, but its unusually good condition means that with a few simple holes drilled in the base, it could be refashioned as a garden planter. Once buffed...
Deal. Brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, we'll have that. It's the right price. We can sell it. We can double our money on it. We'd literally tip the water out. He's pricing it very much to get rid of it and on to the next piece. It's exactly the right thing to do. Shall we have a look in the shop?
Yeah.
As well as agricultural and garden salvage, Adrian also has a shop on site, so he's taking Drew inside to see if he can tempt him with any more deals.
Oh, it's fab, isn't it? Great shop.
Yeah, a mixture of things.
Cool. Great look. Like it. No, it's a fab look you've got. Everything's really clean as well.
Yeah, thanks.
Makes me feel guilty now, actually. What's he?
He's a Radiotron advertising figure from the 1920s. His hat's a radio valve.
Radiotron?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Really nice original wooden figure.
Wonderful. Love it. A bit of his spark, but still.
Still an amazing thing.
Yeah. One thing that caught my eye immediately was this wonderful little articulated sprung figure. Never seen it before. No clue. Never seen one in a book. Never seen one at a fair. But what it has about it is a real charm and really, really good unrestored condition, but still, you know, it's missing a piece. Lovely. Charming, charming little item.
Figurines like these were used as advertising in shops. They'd often be displayed holding a card. This one, called a Valvatron, was used to promote radio valves, which explains the shape of the figurine's hat. Although this is missing a hand, it's still in excellent condition, and its rarity factor could mean it's worth around £300.
He's not priced?
Good.
Antiques expert Drew Pritchard is at Salvaged, a dealership in the 18th century estate of Burford House and Gardens in North Shropshire. He's interested in an unusual advertising figurine from the 1920s, but will he accept owner Adrian's price?
100 quid.
Yeah. Yes. He's great. He'll sell quickly, I'm sure, but strangely, that will be a difficult one to part with. Yeah, it's just really, really lovely item. You know, it's the sort of thing that sparks your imagination again. Think, yeah, that's why I do it. But look next door as well. Cool. That's nice.
Yeah, out of the cinema.
Priced? No? Not for sale?
Yeah, it could be for sale. Everything's for sale.
Good lad. Did you take the paint off it?
Oh, I had it stripped, yeah.
Stripped, yeah.
Yeah. It was pink.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Maybe. There is a polished steel, sort of Art Deco exit sign from a cinema. Really stylish, big size, but it's been stripped. So I like it. It's very much my type of thing, but I like original painted finishes and surfaces. Just out of interest, how much is it?
150.
150. Let me think about that. To tell me that I've got 10 more. This fella.
All right, okay. That's the only one I've got, I'm afraid.
Oh. That's great. That I really, really like. There is something that's really caught my eye in here, and it's a very, very simple tubular steel shop mannequin. Probably made by the thousands. But it's good design. Really good design. Very clever. And will look great in a modern bathroom.
This shop mannequin is constructed out of steel tubes and has a rough powder-coated finish. Mannequins became widely used in Europe in the late 19th century, with the increase in large plate glass shop fronts and retail displays. This 1980s mannequin needs very little work and, once spruced up, could be worth around £200.
Wow. I'm happy with that. That's good. That one... No.
You're going to go over and kick yourself, you know that?
No, I know. If it was all grotty...
You would have had it?
Yeah.
Drew spent £215 on 3 items, but there's one more room Adrian wants him to check out.
Oh, cool. So this is just stuff to be done. No matter where I go, I always end up in the dirty, grotty, spider-filled, cobwebbed, dusty, horrible cellars and attics, which, to be honest, I love. That's all right.
Sort of machinist stool.
Yeah. Cool.
This stool dates from the 1940s shop. It's in unusually good condition. Stools are always a good seller, as they can be used in multiple settings, both in the home or a retail environment. Once cleaned up, this one could be worth around £250.
How much is he then?
50 quid.
Sold.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy with those. That's nice. Today was good. Very unusual items. Favourite item, most unusual item, was the little valve man. Love it. That's what keeps it fresh, just something as simple as that. Inexpensive piece of fun.
I really enjoyed today. Drew and T, a really good laugh. I had a nice time. Yeah, the little Radiotron advertising figure, really cool thing. Yeah, he's one of those things. It's gone to a better home. Thanks, Drew.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Good luck
T.
with it.
All the
Thank
best.
you.
Thank you.
So a good day then?
All the buys we got today were all good. None of them are sort of any questions. Do you know what I mean? They're all straightforward.
But you've always said business is peaks and troughs. But they now appear to be small. Wee men.
Yeah,
and
wee
troughs.
men and troughs.
Drew and T are keen to get the items back to Conwy as soon as possible. The quicker the items go up on the website, the quicker Drew is likely to turn a profit.
Ents!
He's got a new
Oh,
new
look at
bandana.
you. Ah, ha, ha.
Hi, T.
Hello, how are we?
All right, good
We-
trip.
Yeah, not bad actually. We've got
It's just up your strasse,
Yes,
that,
yes,
isn't it?
I love it. Love it. 100 quid.
It's old.
Yeah, 20s, 30s.
Yeah.
Carl, smile. actually. Very, very similar.
The little mannequin's missing one hand, but actually it doesn't matter. In fact, I didn't even notice to start with. You just look at the colours and the bendy parts, and so that's not going to affect the price at all.
Totally authentic. Gavin, can you do this one, please, mate? Wax that. And all it is paint. Now I'm thinking a bit of... Yeah, it's going to come off. Just with a colour polish, that will come off. 50 quid.
Good price.
Cool, huh?
That's not going to hang around long, is it?
No.
No.
35 quid.
Be in the rag trade, and I've dressed those. You'd buy it not necessarily to put garments on. It's just a good design. I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes, actually.
After a brief wipe down, the unusual Valvatron figurine is ready to be photographed to go straight up on the website.
There you go. Ready to sell.
Then Gav gets on with the stool.
When you do something like this, you want to put the wax on this first, because if you put green polish on this, all the wax, it'll get into the wood. You just make it more work for yourself. It's best just to wax the top first.
After the wax, a once over with wire wool and a fresh coat of green polish, it's ready for... Drew and T are heading back out on the road. They've heard about a renowned stonemasons, which is about to undergo a modern refurbishment. As all stock has to go, this could be a great chance to find a bargain. They're driving just over 50 miles away, towards Liverpool.
Right, we're off to Sarsfield Memorials in Liverpool. Okay. And these are the oldest family-run monumental masons in Liverpool. Takes some doing, doesn't it?
It does.
Liverpool was awarded city status in 1880. And over the following 136 years, has become one of the country's most famous. Just outside the city centre is Sarsfield Memorials. The family-run stonemasons has been on this site for 69 years, but they're now planning to modernise, so they're having a big clear-out. The business is overseen by Ursula, her dad Terry, an Italian-trained stonemason, and their dog, Max.
Here he comes.
We have everything from concrete foundations for memorials to statues, religious artefacts collected from churches over the years. Just a huge assortment.
For a couple of weeks, you can still go out and see work that you did 50 years ago, 60 years ago, which is very rewarding. Know that it's still there.
Every day is different. So many families share such special moments with you. Very personal to them, but you become a part of their family.
Hi there. Hello. Drew.
Nice to meet you, Ursula.
Ursula.
Terry.
Terry.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, hi. And who's this?
This is Max.
Max. Hello, mate. Yes, he seems friendly enough. Right, I believe you're having a clear out.
We are. Well, the plan is to demolish and rebuild.
Okay. So you've got to get rid of everything or just some bits?
Pretty much everything. Right. This was our polishing shop.
Yes.
Doesn't work.
It works.
It works, you just don't use it.
We just don't use it.
So basically, is everything for sale?
Everything.
Pretty much.
Blimey. First impressions coming into the yard are good. There's stuff that's been here for a very long time. So we're looking for carved fragments, heads, hands, statuary. Who knows, but we're looking for quality and age. Very good hunting ground for us. All of these up here, and
Well,
particularly him.
That's John de Lamennais, the founder of a French teaching order.
Wow. Is that plaster?
That's plaster, yes.
Can we get it down and have a look at it? Is this solid?
Yeah.
Very, yeah. I love ugly old men. I do. Ugly old men sell really well.
Do they?
They do. Is he safe to go on here?
Yeah.
He is horrible. What a
He's only,
misery.
he can hear you.
There's one thing in here that you cannot take your eyes off, and it is, without doubt, the ugliest bust I've ever seen. It's just... It's so horrible, it's good.
This plaster bust was originally produced as a template to be later copied in marble. It's of the leading French Catholic priest, Jean-Marie Robert de Lamennais. He was a key figure in bringing back Catholicism to France following the Revolution of 1789. With the plinth in good condition and the original paint still visible, once the dust is brushed away, it could be worth around £600.
Kick off £350.
Antiques dealer Drew Pritchard is at Sarsfield Memorials in Liverpool. He's keen on a 19th century plaster bust, but will the owners agree to his price?
Kick off £350.
There's no reason why not. It seems a reason.
Up to you.
If you can find a home for him,
Sold.
it's yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The good thing is he needs to wash his face. That's it. He needs to do anything else to him.
With almost 70 years' worth of history, every nook and cranny is stuffed with artisan pieces.
What's this up here?
That's an interesting piece. That came when a church was reordered in Rain Hill. It's the Gradines, all in one piece. It's a nice piece of cabinet making, either side of a tabernacle.
And awkward to get to. Everything that's bad in an antique. What would you want for it, though?
No idea.
It's useless. It's a great big lump. It's a big, interesting element, but it is...
I'd hate to see it destroyed, that's the only thing. Yeah.
I just can't think what to do with it. You're not going to throw all this away, are you?
Well, it'd have to, ultimately, yes.
Well, let's carry on looking around. I don't really want to see all this lot thrown away, though.
Yeah.
These buildings were constructed in the 1950s on the site of 3 old railway cottages. Now due to be pulled down and rebuilt again, there won't be anywhere to store all the items, so everything must go.
Where do these go? Do these go on top of that?
It was a memorial fixed against the wall.
Is it for sale?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, really, of the inherent value of it. It was meant...
Drew's found the top section of a large memorial, and the good news is that Terry has the other pieces.
I need to look at the other 2 pieces up there. Oh, so those 2 pieces go on top of that. Oh, I see. So it's just a great big...
That's right. Yes, it was fixed against the wall.
It's a memorial plaque holder. So it's the decoration around it. It would look like a tomb entrance.
This 19th century memorial is made of hand-carved English sandstone. It comes in several large sections and would probably have been used as the entrance to a family tomb or gravesite. Although tricky to transport, it could work as a decorative piece in a large garden or be reversioned as a water feature.
Difficult to sell anything religious.
Yeah.
I just like it. 500 quid?
That's reasonable.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Drew's rapidly filling up the van with a variety of handmade items, and Terry and Ursula now want to show him one of the smaller storage areas.
Oh, look at these. Is this your work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fella on the right looks a little bit like somebody we... No? Have you done that of yourself? That's you.
You only got his beard 10 years ago.
Perry, very unassumingly, is a proper... There's not many people left in the country that can still do it. But that intrigues me. But it's very far away from the sort of thing I sell. You're not going to throw it away, are you?
No.
This scene is a plaster cast of a centuries-old Syrian battle and would be the first step in creating a carved marble version. It was created around 30 years ago by one of Robert's designers and probably copied from a mosaic. This piece could be a real collector's item, fetching around £350 once it's been washed down.
What would you want for it? I don't want to pay a lot for it, though, because it's just plaster.
I can accept that. I don't know, 25,000.
Jesus! No, I'm thinking, I'm closest to sort of 25 quid. No, absolutely, I don't really want to
That's
do
all right,
anything
yes. And, I'd let it go 200.
with it. Sure?
Yeah.
Sold. 1, 2.
We've had a great day. It was lovely meeting Drew and T, and it's been a whole new experience for us.
Today was fantastic. I had really good fun. I bought some unusual pieces. Doesn't improve in the light, does he? Bought some fresh to the market pieces, and I bought a bit of architectural stuff, which really got my sort of blood up again.
So did you buy enough heavy, dirty stuff today then?
No.
No?
No. We did well, though. That bust of the angry Frenchman, I can't wait to see it washed down.
I'm surprised he didn't.
It looked like David Coverdale, 1988.
You'd have a Leo Sayer, wouldn't you?
This is a big monument. You go against a wall, this is the top of it. It's all there.
Yeah.
But it's got some damages and losses.
Doesn't matter, does it?
It's the first bit of architectural stuff I've bought in years.
A long
I
time.
used to buy tons of this.
Yeah.
Well, that ton, we had filled the whole yard.
Yeah. It's nice to see it back, actually. Drew's come back with a wonderful carved stone memorial. It's intricate, wonderful carving, lovely little angel face. And it's nice to see garden architectural coming back into the business.
This is the first bit we found. Ugly old bloke.
God.
Ugly French bloke.
Yeah.
Moody. RC. 350 quid. This is a bit very, very good.
Drew does tend to buy items that he personally likes. But then saying that, if he spots something that is quality, and not his cup of tea, but it's pure quality, then his head will rule his heart.
Gavin gets straight on with the unusual bust.
Doesn't need much doing to it, just going to airline it. Get all the dust off, it's good to go. Do you want, sir? Blow dry.
After a brief session in the salon,
Not enough for you?
it's ready for its close-up. The railways sell to a dealer in the US. The clock, another of Drew's rescued pieces of railway honour, also sells to an interior design firm in Nottingham.
It's now perfect. It went on the website and it sold in less than 24 hours. The reason it did sell so quickly is because it is double-sided and it is small. It's not big enough for the trade. It's not big enough for retail. It would just go in somebody's house nicely.
The 1980s mannequin from Salvaged in Tenbury Wells is given a good once-over and sells straight away to a private buyer in Dorset. And the unusual prized Valvatron figurine also quickly sells to Mark Wilson from Tunbridge Wells, who works in advertising and marketing, to add to his private collection of curios.
He did a bit of research on that. It was used by RCA, which is sold radios in America in the 1920s and 30s. Radios were cutting-edge technology in the 1920s. Everybody wanted one. But the trouble was, when you bought the radio, there was no valves in the back. So not only did you have to pay a lot of money for the radio, then you had to pay even more for these valves, which made the thing work. And valves were expensive. They're all hand-blown. So this guy, his cheerful, cheeky was trying to sort of make you feel better about that. Also advertised the fact that the shop sold the valves. It'll fit in very nicely with all the other rather odd little bits and pieces which we've got, which is great.